Hi, y'all. Welcome to day 9 of Begin Your Yoga Journey. We've been through a full week of journaling and practicing different formats together. I would love to hear your feedback, love to know what you loved, love to know what you didn't love to know what you would like to see more of. Day 9 is rest, reset, and journal. We kicked off Begin Your Yoga Journey with journaling. On day 1, I asked you just to jot down your thoughts on why you're beginning this yoga journey and what the word begin means to you. So go back into your journal, take a look at what you wrote down, think through that, and write down any other thoughts that come to mind. Today, I'm going to ask you to think about something you've always wanted to do, something you've always wanted to start. Maybe you've started and stopped, or maybe you've just never reached your starting point. So what is this thing that you would like to start? And why haven't you started? What obstacles and challenges have been in your way to impede you from either starting or from progress? How can you overcome those challenges so that you can bring this to fruition? What is something you've always wanted to start? Why haven't you? What challenges and obstacles do you face? How can you overcome the challenges and obstacles? What are you going to do to bring this to fruition? Imagine that it's happened. Imagine you've done it and how that feels. So those are the things we're going to journal about today. At the end of the month, as I did with the month of gratitude, I'm going to do just a quick recap on what I journaled about. Maybe it'll give you some food for thought. But I would love for you to do the same thing each week, to go back, look at what it is that you've written down, and maybe jot down any additional thoughts. Today, I pulled out this journal. This is a journal that has seen me through all of my yoga teacher training. I started using it in October of 2013 when I began my 200-hour training. It carried through to January, February of 2014, and the end of that year when I completed my 500 hours of training. It's a journal that I have taken to many a class with me to jot down thoughts on what my body was feeling or what I thought about a particular class or things that I loved that another teacher might have taught in their class. It's been with me through every training tied to yoga that I've done. And tomorrow I begin training in an Ashtanga studio. I'm just so fortunate to have that opportunity, and this journal will be with me throughout that training also. Ashtanga for me is something that I always wanted to start, but I was always a little bit afraid, a little bit intimidated of the practice. What if I can't do it? What if I'm not strong enough? What if I don't go as deeply into the poses as the true yogis or the true Ashtangis do? And there is no such thing as a true yogi or Ashtangi. You're all true yogis. Just by being here, you're a yogi. But one of my very favorite teachers in the Atlanta area, she began teaching at this Ashtanga studio. So I wandered in one day to take a class with Erin. And not only has she always given me a comfort level and made me feel empowered to do anything in her classes, she's always been just rather a safe space and a teacher I love taking from. So I go in, I take this guided level 1 Ashtanga class from her, and I realized that there was no reason to be afraid. There was no reason to be scared. And so fear kept me from taking Ashtanga classes, But I overcame that fear by trusting one of my favorite teachers and taking her class. And there's no turning back now. I love Ashtanga. I finally migrated into the Mysore classes that are self-guided. I'm still taking the guided classes, and I'm just so excited to learn even deeper from Sava, the studio owner at Mysore Atlanta, who is just the most amazing teacher and human being. So really excited to be able to learn and teach there. I want to come back to this journal for just a moment. It's a journal that I picked up in the Camden Market in London. My brother has lived in London for about 15 years, and every time I go to London, which is relatively frequently, too frequently if you ask my brother, I'll go by and I'll grab a journal, and I love to give them as gifts. The last time I tried to go by, I actually could not find their stall in the Camden Market. They are in the Camden Market, the Oxford Market, they may be in other markets, but I was visiting the Vagina Museum in London, and that is in the Camden Market or near it, and I wanted to go to this stall and pick up additional journals, but I couldn't because I couldn't locate the stall. Nonetheless, these beautiful journals come from a company called A Little Present. Their website used to be alittlepresent.co.uk. Their website is no longer active. They do have a Facebook page where you can order, and I'm assuming that they probably are still in the markets depending on what's going on with this pandemic at different times. But the reason I'm sharing this is not because I'm marketing for this company. Don't know them, don't get any sort of commission from them. I just genuinely love their beautiful journals. Find something that you love writing in and have it handy and jot down your thoughts. Jot down what's on your heart, what's pulling at your heartstrings. It's really just a good habit to get into. And again, it's a habit that I don't make a habit often enough. So today, you're going to go back and revisit what you wrote down about why you began this yoga journey, what the word begin means to you. You are going to think about something or some things that you've always wanted to start. You're going to jot down what that or those are. You're going to write down and think about why you haven't done it, the obstacles and challenges you face, how to overcome those obstacles and challenges. And then I want you to envision that whatever it is you've always wanted to start, that it's happened. You've brought it to fruition. You did it. What does that feel like? Start. Don't let fear impede your progress. Start. Begin the same way you began this yoga journey. Whatever it is that you want to go out there and do, go out and do it. If it sets your heart on fire, if you're passionate about it, then it's worth beginning. Thank you so much for joining me for day 9 of Begin Your Yoga Journey. Thank you for the trust that you have in me to guide you through this practice. I know some of my long-term students have been joining in, and that just really warms my heart. I hope that you've enjoyed these practices. Subscribe, comment, share, and let me know what you think. Feedback is always a gift, and I promise that yours will be most appreciated. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you later. So much love.